Hello YouTube and happy Valentine's Day. This is Necrostevo and you're watching my 60. No wait, it's the 80th narrated Wi-Fi battle. Um, I actually don't have a Valentine's Day date or anything for this Valentine's Day, so I hope that all of you all will be my Valentine this wonderful day. And for those of you who won't, it's Singles Awareness Day, and for those of you who don't care, it's just Tuesday. So whichever one of those days it is for you, feel free to enjoy it. You may have noticed on the team preview there that my opponent had a ton of legendary Pokemon and I didn't have any because this is an Ubers match. It's the first one I'm posting. Of course, because I breed Pokemon and I can't be bothered to RNG, it's a little bit difficult for me to get usable legendaries. But that doesn't stop me from trying to have a little bit of fun. So I think I play pretty interestingly this match. So we'll just have to see how this goes. Now, of course, in person, I had this battle with my friend Michael. There's no team preview, so I didn't know what type of Pokemon he'd be bringing. It turns out we both bring rain, so that's okay. At least I'm not trying to fight a weather war at the same time. Uh, but, seeing the Thunder coming on Politoed, who is Spect, I just switched right on into Ferrothorn because I knew even if he went for the water move expecting a switch, I would still take that okay. This gives me a chance to hopefully either set up Stealth Rocks or T-Wave the switch in. Because if he decided to leave in Kyogre, maybe to go for some hidden power fighting or something weird, then I could still get a nice T-Wave off on it. Which would be very, very useful for later on, because Kyogre is difficult to deal with, and I don't have anything on my team I don't think that can Toxic it. But anyways, I paralyzed his Ferrothorn, and what we have here is a good old-fashioned mirror match as we both just set up all of our stupid entry hazards. So that's going to be Stealth Rock and several layers of spikes. I actually was expecting him to switch out towards the end of this before me, so I start going for Thunder Wave, trying to catch a switch in. But he just stays in and sets up spikes, which is fine. Uh, while they're setting up those spikes, I will say stay tuned to the end of the video as I have come up with, we'll say, a literary piece, a poem, if you will, that's two parts Pokemon, one part rhyming, and one part bad puns. So, that'll be interesting for the end. So make sure you stick around for that if you're interested in hearing kind of what I come up with. But as you see, these entry hazards are just about finished setting up here. Um, I think we just set up the last ones right here. Yes, yes. And there I go again, trying to go for Thunder Wave, trying to hit something on the switch in. But he gets up one more layer of spikes, which is his final layer. I believe I only have up two layers because I was one ahead of him. Uh, but I'm trying to get the drop on him with some Choice Specs Focus Blast, hopefully. Uh, which is great because since I paralyzed him, he went all those turns without getting paralyzed. Now he gets paralyzed, so I get a free switch in. So in case he tried to go for the Thunder Wave himself, or even go for the Power Whip, I get a chance to dodge it right there. Somehow I hit the Focus Miss, which is great. That does over half. Again, this is a Choice Specs Politoed. Uh, and he gets paralyzed again. So I think that was maybe 4 turns that he didn't get paralyzed earlier, so now it's coming back around. And that's fine by me, because now he gets a 2 KO with Focus Blast. And it doesn't really matter because of the amount of things he can just switch in now that his Furthorn is dead and he has his entry hazards up. But he probably wanted to get some solid damage in on Polito with maybe a Power Whip or even a Leech Seed. So that's the only way that that really mattered. Now he does go out into Holy Ghost, which of course is his ghost form Arceus. And that's a bit of a problem as I can't Focus Blast it, and he knows that I'm locked in on Focus Blast from the damage that did. So I have to switch out. That gives him a chance to set up, and Arceus can be extremely bulky. I was expecting him maybe to go for an electric move, maybe Thunder since the rain is up. But he just goes for the Ghost Judgment, and after Spikes and Stealth Rocks, that leaves me right at half health roughly. Um, but I don't know what held item he has because he didn't take any recoil damage from it. And I'm assuming since he's Ghost, he might be bulky. But here he shows me Flamethrower, which even in the sun does a fair chunk of health, because that's cut in half. So, I mean, not the sun, in the rain, that is a fair chunk of health. I get off a good bit of damage on him with Power Whip. I wish I carry Leech Seed on this Ferrothorn, but I do not. My other Ferrothorn, which is offensive, has Leech Seed, but this one doesn't. And expecting him to go for the Flamethrower one more time, this is a good time to bring in my Kingdra. Hopefully he won't burn me. I don't have any physical moves, but between all those entry hazards, and I think this has a life orb. I don't want all that residual damage. And he makes a great play, goes for the recover, because he knows that Ferrothorn can't really do anything to him either. And here I'm like, please don't be bulky, be offensive so that I can kill you with a rain boosted stab Hydro Pump with a life orb. But no, he's bulky, and he T-waves me, which means my Kingdra just lost its Swift Swim boost, which is just super unfortunate in so many different ways, really. Um, but he gets to recover again, and I'm just hoping that I don't get paralyzed, so at the very least, he'll kill me off when he has a lower HP. Of course, if I did get paralyzed, he got paralyzed earlier, but I pay him back with those paralysis by missing my Hydro Pump. Tatsu Dai, you you could have aimed a little bit better. Maybe if you had Sniper, you would have been a little bit better off. But expecting not to be able to do anything, or maybe he would switch something in, I just went for the Draco Meteor, which gets a crit, which means if I had hit the Hydro Pump the last turn, I would have been able to kill him. So it's going to be my favorite type of down, a double down, which is okay by me. Oh wait, I had a white herb. Well, that's kind of useless. Good job, Necrostevo, carrying a white herb. It doesn't matter. I wish it had been a double down because I freaking love double downs. But he's just going to extreme speed me. Interestingly, he carries Rayquaza on his rain team, which is going to lock out air effects. So as long as Rayquaza is out, I don't get the benefit of the rain on my rain team. So that's kind of an interesting twist right there. Obligatory, what a twist. I bring out Politoed hoping to get off a Choice Specs Ice Beam, but after all that entry hazard damage, I'm not going to live at extreme speed, even though Politoed is moderately bulky. Uh, I was hoping he'd maybe overpredict and maybe try to set up or something weird, but Michael typically doesn't play like that. If he can go for the kill, he's going to kill you. In real life and Pokemon. But I send out Latios here. I was trying to get him to hope that I was Scarfed, which would really be the only reason for me to send in Latios. And of course, I'm not Scarfed. I think I'm Life Orbed actually. Um, but even Scarfed, I could outspeed him and kill him with a Draco Meteor. He sends out Kyogre here because Kyogre is a very bulky Leviathan, and I'm able to take him out, but that's because I have choice specs. I think. Yes, I do have choice specs. I'm waffling a lot of the items I had, but no. Okay, I did have Life Orb. Interesting. I swear I watched this battle before I narrated it. I'm just still recovering from being sick, and I spent all that time writing that poem, so now my brain is all aflutter, and I'm making excuses. Anyways, though, Mewtwo comes out, that outspeeds everything on my team, and I can't really do a darn thing about it because Mewtwo is Mewtwo, and 156 base special attack does not screw around. I go ahead and sacrifice Emperor maybe just to see what kind of Mewtwo he is. He just goes for Side Strike. That's fine. I don't have anything to switch into it. My special wall is Gastrodon, but it doesn't matter because he's using Side Strike, which hits my physical defense. Um, so there's no real way I was expecting to live that because this is not a physically defensive Gastrodon. In case you're wondering, a Syrinxa, that's the Syrinxa is a type of snail that has a massive shell on the floor of the ocean. And when you put the letter A in front of something, that prefix means not. So it is not the type of snail that has a massive shell on the bottom of the ocean. Um, I could have explained that in annotations, but I felt like explaining it myself. Here he goes for Side Strike with Mewtwo. That to me means that he doesn't have Shadow Ball because he would have just used it and killed me. Which means I get to kill him with a Dragon Pulse. And in the same way that I kill him, I'm probably going to die to my Life Orb right here. Which, while it is a little bit unfortunate, it wouldn't have been too bad because I just really wanted to get rid of Mewtwo. But I live, and it doesn't matter because once again, he can just bring in Rayquaza and extreme speed me. But I do force him to take another round of Stealth Rock damage, so that's a little bit nice. Uh, the important thing about his Airlock ability is that one of my remaining Pokemon is Kabutops. With Airlock in play, I do not get the Swift Swim boost from Kabutops, and I can't outspeed him without the Swift Swim boost. I didn't think I would at least. So I bring in here expecting kind of just for him to go for Thunderbolt or Dragon Claw or whatever and kill me off, especially after all that entry hazard damage. But he goes for Dragon Dance, and I wasn't really sure why. He may have been just expecting me to Aqua Jet to try to get some damage off. But that's perfect because I get to go for the Stab Stone Edge. Unfortunately, Ryzen misses. That wasn't a good look there. And so I just go for the Stab Aqua Jet to get some damage. Uh, but that if that Stone Edge had hit, that combined with hopefully an Aqua Jet, because he would have gone for the Extreme Speed most likely, that probably would have been enough to take him out. And then he would have been left with only his Zekrom. But unfortunately, I don't get to that point. He finishes me off with an Outrage. So I hope you all did enjoy this match. I would like some feedback on how I played Ubers. You guys can see my team there again, even though I'm not rocking any legendary Pokemon. But I thought I did okay. It was an 0-2. So I'd like to know. Anyways, y'all have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye now. Alright, so here is the Valentine's Day poem thing that I promised you at the beginning. I promise you it's a work of I don't know what it is a work of. Anyways, Charmander is red, Squirtle is blue. If you were a Pokemon, I'd choose you. Ash is a trainer, his partner, Pikachu. Perhaps you'd like to be my partner too. Such sweet kiss from you I covet. Being confused, no problem. It's only 50%. I jinx myself when I talk to you, and your looks attract. Infatuated as I am, I'll stay vigilant like Patrat. Fortunately for me, I'm holding a destiny knot. So me not knowing attract is not for naught. You'll soon love this skill I have with Pokemon. This manly package is truly all in one. My voice, when I sing, won't put you to sleep, but its beauty, like Bonsly, will make you weep. I'm the Machamp, my muscles a future sight to behold, because until I use bulk up, I'm a defeatist, I'm told. But enough about me, let's focus blast on you. Knowing my luck it'll miss, and then that's your cue. Apply that sweet scent like honey from the jar. With a zoom lens I'll see your figure, like a Venus star. I hope this poem brings a smile to your face. If it doesn't, I'll go back into training with the macho brace. Because I'll do anything for you, my Valentine, until the day when I choose you, and you'll be mine. Thank you all. Have a happy Valentine's Day.